It's about people showing compassion and people showing pity, how that can escalate to self-pity. I have seen myself comforting those guys because they feel sorry for me. That's kind of backwards.
I am Nico, a Norwegian man in my best age suffering from trigeminal neuralgia. Since 2014, I have faced the worst pain and the challenges of living with a chronic illness. I've been linked to the sofa and spent the better part of 3 years watching myself deteriorate. Then I decided to take my life back, and step by step, I moved longer and longer away from the sofa, and slowly I got back in the game. I have learned to live with my illness, and I'm here to tell you that if I can do it, so can you. It's time to get out of the sofa and back in the game.
Hello guys, I'm on the road right now in my truck, but this is not a typical truck driving video. I have something to say, so I started the recording and I got out on the road, and I don't want to temper the camera while on the road, so it's just standing there. But I had something on my mind that I wanted to share with you, and I shared some of it in that video where I stand by the sea and talking and explaining a little bit about myself. I'll link it down in the description so you can see the whole thing if you like. And there was some things I mentioned there that kind of drowned in all the other things I said, and I did not say all I had on my mind about it all. So it's about people showing compassion and people showing pity, how that can escalate to self-pity. And there's two ways of showing pity or being shown pity too, compassion. There's those guys, and I experienced that. They come to me, especially when I'm a little bit more bad shape than I'm in now. So it's more visible that I'm struggling with my pains. And I come over and I ask how it's going, and then they almost start crying on my behalf because it's so bad to see you like this. Oh, it's such a shame that you should experience all this pain and all that. They're literally crying on my behalf. And I have seen myself comforting those guys because they feel sorry for me. That's kind of backwards. And that kind of compassion, if I was kind of trying to find the right English word here, but if I submitted myself to my own self-pity, that kind of compassion would be fuel to that self-pity. That would help me justify my self-pity. And if I based my life and I based my thoughts upon that fragile fundament that is self-pity, I would start to build a kind of bubble where my self-pity is escalating into something more, something worse, and I could justify that. I could always find a justification for why I should take it more easy, why I should consider myself unfortunate, why I should demand more of others because I'm ill. Yeah, I need that extra attention all the time, and I need help, and I can't do the daily chores in my house, and I can't do anything because I'm ill. And you kind of justify that all the time. And that's not good. That's absolutely not good. But if you can try to avoid that, and how you avoid that, people are coming up to you and saying all this stuff. Well, I speak my mind. If anyone comes to me with tears in their eyes on my behalf, and are crying because I am ill. I speak my mind. I said that I don't want to hear this. I don't need this. If you want to comfort me, try to encourage me to do my best in spite of all my misery, in spite of all that I'm going through. That would be much, much better. And I had that kind of compassion. Where people comes up to me, ask how's it go, and obviously you're not well, but I believe in you. I believe that you can work your way out of this. And if it's not possible to be the same good old man that you used to be, at least you can try to approach the same level and try to be more of that old good old man who, before you got ill, was able to help people to do things, to be active and living a meaningful life. And that kind of compassion, that encouragement, that is what I need. That is what you need. And you need to embrace that and believe in that, because of course we all have bad days. I have days where I cannot get out of the bed, or maybe I go to the bathroom and do my things, and then I go to the sofa and there I am. And that's all I do. And I can do that for 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. And sometimes that needs to be like that. But as the days pass, it's kind of easy to start building those walls, and your mind starts circling around that idea that you cannot do anything, and you start to be depressed, and you start to feel sorry for yourself and all that, and it gets into this negative spiral that it's hard to get out of. But you need to poke that bubble, because one of those days, after 1 or 2 days or after a week, you will be a little bit better again. And maybe you can find the strength to vacuum the house, do the dishes, or maybe something else. And that would be a start. When my boss, my current boss, asked me if I could start driving some truck for him, at least try a little. At first he spoke about 1 week of engagement, just to try it out. And it's been on and off. I had some months while working and some months where I'm not working. But it's been 3 years where I'm at work for more than half a year at a time. And of course, the day will come where I need to say to my boss, sorry, I can't help you right now. I'm too sick and I need to go home and relax. And that would be exactly fine. But I know I can always come back here and start working again. And there's a truck waiting for me right here. And knowing that is very encouraging. But that first step was also very encouraging. The very first day I was at work, after a long period of just being home, I was so tired that I said to my boss, sorry, I can't do this. No, I didn't say it. I thought it. I thought of saying it. And I realized I just need to make some adjustments instead. So I called my boss and said, we need to make some adjustments. Maybe I need to start 1 hour later. Maybe I need to be very strict about when I quit for a day, because in this business the days could be very long sometimes. But as I said, we need to to make some rules that can work for me. And he agreed, and we did some adjustments. And after a while, I got better. I kind of got myself into the game. We could expand those rules a little bit. And that was the key to success for my part. So, to not drift too way off the topic here, to be able to shift your mind into a place where you're not willing to accept self-pity, and also are not willing to accept pity from others that you know are bad for you. That would help you so much to get your life back. And when you really think about it, who does want to sit only in a sofa all the time? I don't think anyone really wants to do that. But after a while, the sofa becomes a kind of institution, and you becoming institutionalized. So that is all you accept, or that's all you really believe in, is that that's your place in life, that sofa in the living room, and you kind of give in to that thought. Don't do that. Please don't do that. It's so much better to have something to reach out for, something to do that are productive, or you can help others, whatever. Almost anything is better than just sitting. So for your own sake, if you're one of those sitting still in the sofa, if it's possible, and you need to try yourself, you need to search yourself, because I know from experience that it's very easy to just defend yourself and say, that's all I can do. But if you can do some chores in the house, maybe you need to sleep 1 hour after. But so what? You've done something useful. Maybe the next day you can do something more. Maybe the next week you can do something. Still, it's worth it. And also the fact that you're becoming less of a burden because you live with it. That's also a thing. It's never a good thing to be a burden. And if you want to have those people around, then you need to take some steps yourself.
Rise up, you feel the wind against when life tries to drag you down.